Hey, brothers, you're listening to Home Bar Happy Hour. We're talking about the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl week. We got the birds. We're talking about the recap of the Royal Rumble. And we're talking about a Wolfman review, the newest movie from a horror movie from House and Universal Studios. And we're going to try and get through this podcast because I'm a little sick. So let's roll. Let's roll, brothers.
All right, yeah, let's roll, everyone. Let's Royal Rumble roll. Welcome to the Home Bar Happy Hour. We bring happy hour to you. My name is Joe, and that is Chef Gus. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by the Home Bar. If you like hanging out, please make sure to subscribe on YouTube or leave us a review on the podcast service of your choice. Both of those things really help us out. Our episode today is sponsored by BuyBlacket.com, but we'll tell you about that a little bit later. For now, Mike, let's jump into it. How are you feeling about the Super Bowl?
Well, first, like I said, I'm feeling absolute garbage right now. Dude, this cold has took this boss down. And dude, I don't know if you know me, I never get sick. And when I do, I still get, dude. And it wasn't I'm just nauseous. The last 2 days, I could barely fucking stand. Yeah. I was able to get, it was like I was sober, but drunk at the same time. Dude, it was I'm like, fuck it, dude. If I'm going to be nauseous and shit, it's time to drink these motherfuckers out of my body.
Yeah, I don't know if the doctor would recommend that, but whatever you feel you got to do, Mike. Just try and rid your body of that toxins.
Hey, dude, it's just like drinking NyQuil, but hey,
sure.
It takes a lot to drink when you're sick. It does. I admit that. But dude, It's like the last result. I'm like, your fuckers are done.
I will say,
burn you. It's just like sending napalm down into my body, and then Randy Quaid showing up in Independence Day. Hello, boys. I'm back, dude. I'm starting to get nauseous right now.
I am not a medicine taker, but I had a cold
a medicine man
in the year. Yeah, I'm not a medicine man, but I took some NyQuil, and man, those things work. I was knocked out. I slept for 12 hours, and I woke up feeling great.
Dude, that's what I did. Dude, I don't like long plane rides, so if the plane ride is more than a couple hours, when we went overseas to Afghanistan and shit like that. So it was dude, this ain't my first rodeo. I remember when it was unbearable to fly over to Iraq back in 2003. So this time when we went, I got NyQuil. I just drank half a bottle of it and just passed the fuck out.
It's not a bad idea.
Dude, just wake me up when we get home.
I don't love sleeping on planes. I usually bring a lot of accessories and things to usually some type of gaming thing to try and keep me going.
Yeah. I like to, well, now that I'm, here. So if I need to rest or something like that, I just find a movie that will keep me at ease while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Some background noise. So I'll put ESPN on or NFL Network on or somebody who's going to continuously bore me to death. Maybe I'll put the news on.
Yeah.
Somebody who's boring me, or I'll put Lord of the Rings on. Lord of the Rings,
Lord of the Rings will definitely put you out. Those 9.5 hour movies, that'll
any type of space movie will probably put me out.
Some Interstellar, that'll do it. That's a long one. Interstellar's a great
even that Brad Pitt, Tommy Lee Jones one. What was that called? I forget. It was it's a brand new one. Well, it's a newer one. I think it was. I bought it. It's a pretty good movie.
I don't remember that one.
I know. Yeah. But anyways, we got the Super Bowl coming up, man. Dude, how excited are you that the birds are in the Super Bowl?
I'm outrageously excited about the Super Bowl, and I feel really good about it. It feels like it did back in the Nick Foles days. I guess we'll have to see. I don't want to count any chickens. I don't want to knock on wood. But just kind of, it's like another revenge game. That's how it felt going against the Patriots in 2018. So it feels feels the same way. I kind of like it. I kind of like the position we're in. So it's good. And I kind of like that everyone's against us. It felt weird in like 2018
I
where
know.
we were kind of like, everyone was like, oh man, we want the Eagles to win. We want the Eagles to get it. And now, everything you see on Twitter is like, man, both these teams suck. I hope both teams lose. And I'm like, great.
Dude,
That's exactly where we should be.
Bro, there's even some like disgusting shit that's people. I hope a bomb goes off in New Orleans, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with all of you out there?
The internet's a terrible place. It's an awful place to be.
Some people, man, dude, I'm like, dude, you guys need to get you guys need to get some fucking help. Anybody who's writing like atrocious shit like that on the internet. First off, you're writing stuff on the internet, like, good. Like, it's, like, healthy and stuff like that. If it's good stuff, like, yeah. But if you're using it as, like, something to, like, troll or something, that tells me you have no friends. You literally have no friends. And I know we were going to get into beef time later, but Nick Wright, fuck you, dude. That dude is such a fucking terrible fucking guy. On, like, anybody, I don't know, 299 million fucking Americans, whatever you want to call it, just short of 300. Like, I don't know them, but they could do better job than Nick Wright. Dude, the fact that dude has canceled, like, he fucking blocked me because I told him, like, I had it with the bullshit that this dude fucking spews. He just spews. He's the worst fucking sports analyst in the industry. Absolutely worst. Like he I thought nobody could take on like Skip Bayless. He surpassed Skip Bayless. Dude, like Nick Wright, get a fucking shower, bro. Stop looking like you came out of Grease Lightning. Dude, your hair looks like you just came out of a thunderstorm every single time you come on the show. And like, dude, just be a man. Stop being a pussy, bro. And that's like a lot of these people that come on the show, like, or go on the internet and stuff like that. They're all, fucking keyboard warriors. Like, bro, get a fucking life, man. Get some fucking friends.
This is the first time I've ever hearing the name Nick Wright. I don't know who this guy is. I'm assuming is he on like ESPN or something? Fox Sports?
Yeah.
Okay.
The fact that's probably the only reason why they keep him on there is that he gives like some of the most obnoxious fucking goddamn takes that I've never heard. Like I'm like blown away how somebody like this is on like national TV.
Wow.
And then the fucking sad thing about it is people actually, probably worship him. He's right, man. He's right. He's right, bro. He knows everything, man. Him and his fucking goddamn wet, greasy hair.
Wow. Poor Nick.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yes. Let's move on to the Royal Rumble, Mike. Did you watch the Royal Rumble on Saturday?
Oh, well, let's give a quick I got the birds handily. I got the birds handily.
I don't know about handily, but
by
I
a
think
million.
The birds are gonna
by
win.
a million.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that deadlocked.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. You can be. Your team's in the Super Bowl. Might as well. What the hell?
Yeah, I just don't want to jinx it. I'm very little stitious about.
Like I said last week, bro. If we can't beat the Chiefs, nobody's going to be able to, unless they got legit key injuries, like Patrick Mahomes goes down or Andy Reid retires.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of Patrick Mahomes not getting hurt, but kind of close to. I mean, how old's Andy Reid? How long's he been coaching? A long time. It might be about time for him to hang up them big old suspenders,
Long time. But he's still got it. He's probably he's in his 60s or 70s.
Yeah, 70. Dude, I don't want to be coaching a football team in my 70s. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be
honestly, like if you're that intelligent at that age, like I mean, you're pretty much just like. You're pretty much telling people what to do. You're like what are people going to be like? Oh no, Coach Reed, no, I don't think you should do this. No, fuck that. He's going to tell you what the fuck to do, and it's just like so easy to delegate when people, understand. Like what are you going to go at somebody who's been so victorious or so successful with the Chiefs?
But it's more than just delegating. It's like a super busy work schedule, and you're traveling all the time, and you're got to be practicing.
He loves it, dude. It's I get it with Andy Reid. He just loves the game and stuff like that. I feel like after this season or the next, after this game or the next season, like he'll probably hang it up.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. It's got to be. Sometimes you know, like Kenny Rogers said, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away, and you got to know when to run.
Yeah, not like his roasted chicken business.
Not like his roasted chicken business.
Yeah, again, like I apologize if you guys can hear my I'm blowing my nose. I
I'm gonna
really
do
do
my best
apologize.
to mute that out as much as possible, but
Yeah.
we'll
All
see.
right, let's get on to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Royal Rumble. You got a chance? You watched it on
I did. I had a little gathering here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we made. I did burgers and Italian sausages with fried onions and stuff, and yeah, I had like a few people over. I think that's where I got sick.
Ah,
Somebody from that Royal Rumble party got me sick, and I know you're
probably.
watching this or listening to this. I know who you are. It's probably that guy who that constantly harasses us on social media.
Probably.
Yeah,
Um,
but
I thought it was a really good Royal Rumble. I thought it was a great main event. I thought the women's Royal Rumble was awesome. Charlotte Flair walking out with a victory was
oh
pretty
yeah, dude,
surprising.
I was impressed with the women's Royal Rumble.
There was like almost 20 chicks in the ring at one point. I mean, they just kept
were,
sending them out. No one was getting eliminated. It was pretty crazy.
I know there were so many that came back. You had Trish Stratus, you had Charlotte Flair, you had
Alexa Bliss.
Yep, Alexa Bliss, and you had what's her name from the Twins.
I don't know. Iowa Sky.
Yeah, the Twins that used to she was married to John Cena.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, they were like they revolutionized the women's industry, like the
revolutionized.
Yeah. Hold on a minute, I gotta bring it up, but you continue to talk while I look this up.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I'm not as well versed in WWE as Mike, so I don't know everyone. I do know Alexa Bliss and Trish Stratus obviously coming back, and Charlotte Flair, right? And that was great.
The Bella, Nikki, was it Nikki Bella, or I think it was Nikki Bella who came back.
Okay, I mean, there were a lot of when you're having 30 people coming out one by one in 2-minute increments. There's going to be a lot of people I don't know. But yeah, Nikki Bella was.
Yep. Yeah, it was her.
Okay. And Stephanie McMahon was there? I haven't seen her.
Yeah, well,
she just like announced it.
Yeah, she kicked off the Royal Rumble.
Okay. You haven't seen like much of her since all the stuff with her dad, but I guess, her dad's totally out of it now, so she's kind of back.
Oh, yeah, he's been out of it.
Yeah, and then the men's Royal Rumble was pretty crazy, too. How do you feel about the end, about John Cena getting kicked out and Jey Uso took it, right?
I feel like the end was pretty. I mean, obviously, like John Cena at the end, when he was there, I thought he was going to win it. I'm like, holy shit, he's going to win it, and because and then I'm not. I mean, good for Jey Uso, I guess. I don't know. Let this younger generation take over wrestling because I could really give two shits about it. I just want to be entertained. But like it gave it like a last minute chance for those of us that are like 30s and 40s and 50s to, cherish a little bit. Like John Cena there at the end. Like he wins the Royal Rumble and then he goes on to face Cody Rhodes and then he puts Cody Rhodes over at WrestleMania in the main event. Like, I mean, that's a basic fucking storyline right there. I thought that would have been a great storyline. But no, they put Jey Uso in there and they're like, so Jey Uso is most likely probably going to face Gunther.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna have like John Cena win the Elimination Chamber to face Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I think it was smart for them to kind of save John Cena's win, to just kind of this is the last time, right? So they're really want to milk out this whole year of him wrestling. So I think it makes sense not to give him a big win at the end, but keep him in the mix, get him to the end and stuff. And I think he did pretty good out there. He looked like he remembered how to throw a few wrestling moves.
I mean, outside of that, like they're talking about like a triple threat match between like Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and what's his name? That used to Seth Rollins.
Oh, okay, Seth freaking.
But there's
Rollins.
there's no title on the match, so it's like I don't understand like what the purpose is.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
think
know.
It's stupid. Like, I mean, like it should be like 1-on-1 matches. Like,
Yeah, I mean, they gotta figure out something. They gotta, quit just putting CM Punk and Drew McIntyre fighting each other every time. They gotta uh, hold Roman Reigns for a bit. There's a lot of.
Honestly, I get that Jey Uso won it, but in my mind, I felt like LA Knight should have won it.
I mean, I like LA Knight. I think Jey Uso is really popular. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
because of
lot
that,
of Yeet
that
shirts out there.
stupid fucking yeet shit. Like,
Yeah.
I feel it's stupid, but like, dude, LA Knight is, like, he's pretty much there.
Yeah, I like LA Knight. I think he's good too.
Yeah.
I think Jey Uso's a little. I think they're kind of seeing how far they can take Jey Uso's shtick and seeing what they can do with it. How many people kind of rally behind him.
Hey, I mean,
We'll
maybe,
see.
maybe it's LA Knight. Maybe LA Knight wins the Elimination Chamber.
That could happen. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
When's Elimination Chamber?
Fuck, if I know. I don't even
Okay.
know.
All right. Well, this is not a scheduling podcast. This is
Yeah.
rank and review. Let's jump on to Wolfman, Mike. So you got a chance to see this
Yes.
absolute piece of garbage. How did you feel about it?
Whoa, piece of garbage. Whoa,
Oh, did
calm
you like
down,
it?
Joe. I mean, it wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it's garbage.
Okay.
But, like, yes, in my decapacitated or incapacitated fucking state, which I'm about to be in like another couple hours or so, dude, I'm like sitting there and I'm like, dude, I'm like so out of fucking movies. It was like almost like COVID all over again. So I'm like sitting there and I'm just like, all right, well, Wolfman came out. I'll just buy this because it looked pretty good. And
It's on VOD already?
yeah.
It was like 2 weeks. Jeez.
Well,
Movies
I
are
mean, like,
dead,
there's
man. Cinema
know,
is
right?
over. The theater
Yes.
is done.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino said that a couple weeks ago. I think like when they were doing the Oscar announcements, Quentin Tarantino was like, cinema's dead. It died in 2019, which is, conveniently the last year he released a movie. So I don't know if it's actually dead.
Oh yeah, Quentin Tarantino. Well, I feel like he caught a lot of. Yeah, we're not going to talk about him because it gets that it turned like he took it political. So we don't get political on the show.
Yeah, we do not get political, but Quentin is very. He's one of the weird people in Hollywood where kind of like whenever he says something, it becomes like a big deal. He doesn't like talk about new movies or anything just because he doesn't want to be known as the guy that said something.
I felt so with the movie Wolfman.
Yeah.
I thought I understood like where it was going. Like it's no mystery of what it was. I did like how they kept it a secret to what the Wolfman looked like.
Sure.
But like and I mean like the advertises like they're modernizing the Wolfman character, and I just felt like that guy who did the Invisible Man, because the Invisible Man was good.
So this was the same director. This was the same director. This was the same guy.
Yeah, and I felt like it was just like he just spit it out and used his name and Blumhouse, but at the same time, like I didn't think it was scary. Like, I mean, I have a high scare tolerance, but I thought the Wolfman, so you had the dad like changing and stuff, and you had his dad who was already full-fledged Wolfman. And I thought it was really good. Like I was impressed. Like I thought it was. I like the classic Wolfman. Like they tried to do it with Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
But I wish it was more on that level. But I thought that they did it like a modernized. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't mind it, but I thought the storyline was pretty bland. It was pretty straightforward. Like yeah, I felt like the original storyline would have, if they would have pulled a lot from that, there would have been a lot more, like, I wouldn't say like gypsies being out there in the woods and like, but like, you know what I mean? Like they had an opportunity to pull like, oh dude, could you imagine if they would have pulled like, illegal immigrants came through the fucking goddamn town and they passed it on or some shit? Oh, holy fuck. Shit would have hit the fucking fan in Universal, man.
Yeah. So the director's name's Lee Winnell. He did Invisible Man, and he did a really good job of modernizing Invisible Man. That was a really good movie. It had a lot of really interesting themes. This movie, Wolfman, in my opinion, felt like they just really hit you over the head with the metaphor and did not realize any of their themes well, and the acting was just like kind of weird. I think Christopher Abbott,
Yeah.
he's the guy that plays Wolfman, does okay.
He's the
Ju-
main, like the dad, right?
he's the main character.
Okay.
Julia Garner played his wife. She's a great actress, but she is really weird in this flick. I think she's just cast a little older than she should be. We're used to seeing her on like Ozarks and stuff. She's only like 28 years old. So seeing her as like this mom to a 10-year-old just like kind of didn't
Yeah.
work on screen. And just, I don't know if this was a script issue or a directing issue, but so most of the movie takes place inside this like small contained house, which is not a bad idea for a story,
Yeah.
right? Like if you're with someone, like,
And it's good for
turning
budget too.
it is very good for budget. It does feel like maybe kind of a holdover of like the COVID scripting, and when they
Yep.
were trying to make films in really small locations. I don't know if you saw Flight Risk. That movie felt like that, like the same thing as well. The whole movie is three people just in an airplane for an hour and a half. There's like nothing, they're in like a small Cessna airplane.
Yeah, I'm
You're
sorry.
Like,
I had no plan on watching that.
yeah, it's
I felt like Mark Wahlberg's past it, but continue.
Mel Gibson directed it. He's back. Well, he's not. That movie's way worse than this one. But it, whenever so Christopher Abbott gets sick and starts changing into the Wolfman, and that's kind of the whole theme and idea of the movie. So watching that, you're getting this kind of they're just hammering home this metaphor of familial illness, right? Like mental illness with the main character with his dad, that it's running down. It's this hereditary type illness, and this family watching their patriarch kind of suffer. But with everything he does, like no character in the movie like acts how you would think they would act. Like they all just kind of like look oddly at the camera, like while he's changing. You're like, wouldn't you grab your daughter and leave? Wouldn't you try to figure out something else? You're like, what exactly do you think is going to happen in the situation? So I just found a lot of it kind of weird. I found the pacing a little odd. I will say it's like the end of the first act when there's that car accident when they flip their U-Haul truck.
Yeah,
that was really cool. That was really good cinema. That was pretty cool. And then a Wolfman comes out and takes some little guy. That was in my opinion the best part of the movie.
I didn't understand where they're like, oh, there's a guy staring at us from the tree blind, and I'm just like,
did your mic come unplugged, Mike?
Oh,
or you just
is it out? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
All right, maybe I turned it down too low. Yeah, they had the guy up there in the tree stand, and I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know, we should go and stuff. And I was just like, dude, if you know the guy, like he's got a gun, it's a hunting rifle. Calm down. I understand if he came out with like an AR or something like that. Yeah, all right. And he's like, he was a little weird, but I mean, you have to understand, like people that choose that life, like they seem weird because they're disconnected from the rest of the world. Because that's the life that they choose. It doesn't make them weird or scary. But I understand. I felt like that was kind of like, come on, man. Like they're like, so now what? Everybody's going to go into the sticks and think that all these people are weird. Yeah, they're weird, but they're not dangerous.
I think that was more like plot setting for the area where they were going. It wasn't like just like backwoods people. It was the idea that Christopher Abbott like had some trauma with his father that obviously wasn't like resolved, and part of that was being kept in this weird like isolated society, and then they go back to that weird isolated society, and they
oh yeah, he obviously had some trauma with his dad. It was just like, dude, if I had a father who was like, wake up, post 700, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like absolutely fucking not. You kiss my ass, man. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I would never treat my fucking if I had a kid. No, like my kid would, if I had a kid, and it's just if I had one child, like I would just like treat him like the best that I can and give him like real life stuff. And like I just don't understand what the fuck is with these people like being so fucking hard on your goddamn child. Like, yo, bro, like just because you had it hard and I had it hard. Like with, you know what I mean? Like, no, I've kept I've kept the, and there's people who have had it harder, but like I keep it like I'm a fun. That's what made me the guy that I am now. I'm a nice guy. Like, dude, it's like I'm not gonna be like that to my child. Like, dude, like kick my fucking bed at like get the fuck out of here, man. I'm like, hey, buddy, it's time to wake up, man. Let's go, bro.
Well, they needed to build that this guy had a bad father. And boy, did he have a bad father. His father was literally a monster, or turned into a monster later.
Well, he did turn into a monster, but he did care about him. So, but he just, everything that he went through and stuff like that, like, he didn't deal with it the way he should have.
No.
Like, he was very, extremely stern. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, like, the military, how I feel, the military is what you choose to go into. That shouldn't be the way life should be. Does that make sense?
What do you mean it shouldn't?
Like, it shouldn't be like that's the life you choose to go into. So, like me, like I chose to go into the military, and I chose to be there for 20 years. Then I come out. I shouldn't be suscepting or like whether I'm in the kitchen or if I'm a parent or whatever. I shouldn't be putting those like you know what I mean. Like, let's go, like because people don't choose that life. Yeah, so I mean, like their work ethic and all that is a lot lower. It's not a bad thing. It's just different. It's like different. You know what I mean? It's not, and it's definitely not something like you want to like expose your children to at such a young age. Does that make sense?
I don't. Yeah, I maybe that was it. I think the theme they were getting at is just that the dad had some issues because, like, realistically, right? Like, if you're thinking like that was kind of the biggest like logical fallacy that I found like right off the bat is like if you're like really trying to protect your kid and this is like something you're really thinking about, then why are you like holed up in this town that clearly has werewolves? You know what I mean? Like if you know that's right? Going on, then like move out of there. But I guess he's trying to teach him to be a survivalist and all that stuff. And
but there was a what do you call it? A gap in the storyline. What is that called? Like a hole that they left. They didn't like. He's calling like his buddy on a CV. Like I saw it.
A plot hole. Yeah.
Well, yeah, a plot hole. Like what the fuck? I'm like, well, why wouldn't you get the fuck out of there? Like,
that was the thing that I was like the kind of the most confused about is like if you're why are you keeping your son and your family in this situation and like why didn't the mom take the kid with lots of weird things. It was an odd movie, but
maybe that wolf the first Wolfman was his wife.
Oh, it was a wolf woman.
Yeah. Maybe that was the first one.
Maybe we cracked it. Well, there was nothing to give that away. So
I know there really wasn't.
Yeah. But either way, this sounds like a good time. If you guys weren't aware, this is Home Bar Happy Hour every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Even when some of us are sick, we bring happy hour to you. We are brought to you today by buyblacket.com. We're going to tell you about that right now. This episode of Home Bar Happy Hour is brought to you by buybeckett.com. Head over to buybeckett.com/homebarhappy to shop their happy hour line of clothing and gifts. They have cool t-shirts, sweatshirts, and fun coffee mugs that lets everyone know you care about the important things in life, like happy hour. And if you use our link, you can get 15% off your first order. Buy Beckett has a ton of great clothing and accessory options from their happy hour line to their veteran first line. Mike and I are both vets, and we love showing our support for the troops with a cool mug or a funny t-shirt. They have some really great stuff, and you will not be disappointed. So head over to buybeckett.com/homebarhappy or use the link in the description for 15% off your first order. Help support the show and get yourself some great stuff. That's buybeckett.com/homebarhappy or use the link in the description.
Ooh. Well, I kind of want to top off like just because it was a scary movie. Like, dude, are you jumpy?
I am not very jumpy.
Really, you don't get scared at all or anything. You're just like, hey.
I don't get scared like very. My wife is like the jumpiest person. Like if I walk up the stairs and like don't do it quietly and she sees me, she freaks out. Like I don't know. Yeah. I'm not like jumpy like that, but. What can I say? I'm just an incredibly brave man. That's what people say about me all the time.
What about
you, Mike?
I could deal with the majority of all horror movies out there.
Sure.
The majority. There's only like a very few that I find scary, not disgusting, scary. Like the Terrifier. Like I already said, like the Terrifier, I refuse to watch because it's absolutely repulsive. I find it disgusting. It's too much gore. It doesn't scare me. I just find it disgusting. Ghosts. Like not even ghosts, like demons. That's what fucking gets me.
Demons,
but in real life, so that I will not watch like The Exorcist while it's dark out, or probably won't ever watch it. Like I fuck that, man. Nope, that music's so creepy. They did it for me, and we went over that in the previous episode. But in real life, dude, if I'm on the line and I'm by myself and I'm like in the fucking moment. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm like in the zone. And I'm like dropping shit and like, making sandwiches and stuff like that. I'm just like all over the place, just like taking care of tickets. And I got a server that comes around. Hey, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, dude. I'm just like, dude, I'm like, yo, what? Dude, I almost have a fucking stroke. That happens a lot. Like, people just like, come around the corner and just screaming. I'm like, yo, man. Holy shit!
I think you're too tightly wound. You gotta be aware of your surroundings.
I am, but like when I'm in the kitchen on the line, like I'm in the zone. That's my territory. And when somebody comes, like when somebody either yells or walks into it, like they walk in, like I got servers that come in there. I'm like, no, sorry, get the fuck out. This ain't social hour. This ain't fucking home bar happy hour. Get the fuck out of the kitchen. I got work to do, man. Like, what? Nope, get out. You can play this shit with somebody else, not me. I'm like, I'm in the fucking zone, bro.
Yeah, they just want to chit chat.
They just want to come over and chit chat and stuff like that. I was like, well, if you want to chit chat, stop sending me back so many goddamn tickets. But we don't want that because we want to satisfy the customer who's coming in.
Yeah, you got to make that money. All about the money, baby.
Yeah, and I'm focused on not just serving them like slop. I'm trying to serve them the best food that I possibly can.
Yeah, some high quality grub up in here.
Yeah, so I gotta like focus on temps and all this different shit and keep sanitation and all that and stuff. And then I got people coming back shooting shit with me, and I'm like, nah, you're distracting me.
Yeah, can't do that while you're flapping your lips,
dude. What was it? I come back there. I forget what it was. Yeah. Oh yeah, somebody came back in. Somebody came back in and well, Amy or somebody came in and asked me if they could do this, and I said no. And they're like, well, Amy said, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't be using names. They said this, and I was like, I don't care. Guess again, Longshanks. I'm in the fucking kitchen now, and dude, everybody bossed up laughing. I just love it, dude.
Yeah. But
let's get into some best breakup stories, Joe. Oh. Did you see the article where the dude who posted... So this guy and a girl, they broke up. And I don't know how it went down, but the dude posted her number everywhere. The dude posted her number everywhere. Like on... I think this was in England or something.
Yeah, he did on like telephone poles and stuff.
Yeah. Telling people to give the Chewbacca roar to her, like, dude, and she was like freaking the fuck out, dude. Yeah. Like, what the, dude? That I think is the best breakup right there. Anybody could do.
Not even like a breakup. That is like next level prank. Like that is pretty great. I don't know if he gets in any trouble for that, but that sounds pretty wild, and I like it a lot. There's one prank I saw, Mike, that would be really funny. It's like $10 or $15. You buy this package and it goes to someone's house, and it's a receipt for like $800 for an OnlyFans girl. So like you send it to someone's house and you're like, oh, thank you for being like such a loyal follower or whatever. Send it to someone and, see if their wife opens it or whatever. I think that'd be a pretty good one to pull.
Is that the company that gives out like the obnoxious shit? Like you can pay to get it delivered. Like if somebody's, forgive me, a Trump or a Kamala or Biden or a Democrat or whatever, you could send it like, say like something I could send to my dad and it wouldn't embarrass him. Is that the company? Like, yeah.
I don't know if they have the same. I don't know if it's the same company. I saw it on.
Yeah, they're real derogatory. Like,
Yeah, this is just like you can send it. It looks like a package from like an OnlyFans girl, and it's
Yeah.
got like a fake girl written on there with a receipt that's like for $800 or whatever.
I think that is like those people actually they sound like us. Like I wish we would have came up with that because like I really don't give like I know you don't either. I don't give a shit who you vote for, what your sex is, or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah, like we like to live our lives. Like I don't understand why people just can't live your life. Like it comes down to football too. Like the Washington fans, like they're so bitter. Like all
they're
right. So
better.
the last three NFC Championship games that we won. So it was against. It was obviously this recent one here, Washington. The next one was San Francisco, and the one before that was Minnesota. And they were so bitter. Like you can't take loss. Like Philly, we've been dealing with well, I'm not from Philly, but I have a lot of ties to Philly.
Yeah.
So Philadelphia Eagles fans have a lot of ties to, or we've lost a lot. You know what I mean? Like, so we can deal with losing. The fact that I don't like are a lot of these casual fans jumping on board and they can't control their losing. Like, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
like last year when remember last year when we played the Buccaneers and I was like, dude, anybody who thinks that we're going to win this game, you're out of your fucking mind. Dude, there were like people crying at the bar. Eagles fans, like grown men and women crying at the bar. And I'm like cracking up laughing. I was like, you absolutely thought that we were going to win this game? We're Eagles fans. We should stick together and stuff. And I'm like,
yeah,
dude, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, last year was a tough year. There was no way we were going far. Our whole season looked atrocious, but that's all over now. We got Saquon.
Not according to Nick Wright.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, we don't speak to him. We will never speak about Nick Wright ever again. His greasy fucking hair and his enormous goddamn nose.
Man, you really don't like this Nicholas guy.
No, I don't. Dude, look him up on social media or on X. You'll find out why.
Okay, I'll look him up.
Yeah, and then you can bring him up because I will not speak his name ever again. Fuck him.
All right. Well, now that we're through that, are there any more breakup stories you want to talk about?
Is it okay for me to sleep with my dead friend's ex?
I did see you put this one. I think the answer is yes. What do you think?
What is this, fucking Pearl Harbor with fucking... what is this, Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett?
Yeah,
Kate Beckinsale?
Maybe that's the only time it's okay, is if they died in Pearl Harbor and if you are Ben Affleck or Josh Hartnett, whichever one.
I guess. All I know is that, like, I'm not into being Eskimo brothers or anything like that. I'm not into all that.
I think it's fine. You got to move on. You got to move on.
Yeah, try telling this fucking goddamn cold that I'm dealing with right now.
Well, that cold needs to move on.
Yeah, the cold does need to move on. What does this one fucking dude say? She is an individual, not an extension of your friend. You both had a relationship with your friend that was unique, but that doesn't go before your relationship with one another. Make sure you're both in a good spot because it will inevitably stir up some old feelings. Communication is always important. Well, I'm glad that we have there's relationship people into this thread.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
I'm not reading it. Somebody's talking about like a tribal society in one fucking thing or awfully chummy. Like, man. Sorry, bro. I always love when people are always like, they feel like they're experts on everything. Like they're a general or a society or, society. A scientist.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the expert in political science or, you know what I mean? Like everybody has the fucking answers to everything.
Well, that's why people go to the internet, because they want to hear the answer.
I know.
And that's why other people go, because they want to give the answer.
If people want the answer, they should fucking tune in to us. That's what they need to do.
I don't know if we have the answer to anything.
We don't have the answer, but you know what? We have the answer to happiness in life. You can't deny that. All right. 25-year-old woman faces possible jail time after pleading guilty in the United Kingdom's first ever cyber farting case. Accused of sending numerous videos of herself farting to her boyfriend's ex, causing distress and anxiety.
That would cause me some stress and anxiety if I got a bunch of videos of someone farting into their phone.
Yeah, a big old fucking toot show.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, what the fuck? like, I kind of like, I don't know, you're gonna have to pick up from this because I'm just like all over the fucking place with these relationship fucking stories. I think we're spitting them out too fast, and I'm sick and I'm drunk and I can't figure out what the fuck to do with my life at the moment. Joe, pick it up, bro.
Wow.
What do you got? I mean, you want to go back to the fucking birds, or should we cut it short early, or what?
I think we should cut it short. I don't have any relationship stuff. I'm trying to look through Reddit right now. I don't really see anything good.
I know. I don't feel it either. I think it is a good. I think that we're ending on a good time right now.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to end. You know, we talked about Wolfman. What a not great movie, but you should go see Lee Winnell's first movie, Invisible Man. That one's very good. You should also.
You don't have to go to the theaters to go see it. You can just order it offline.
Yeah, because theaters are dead, according to Quentin Tarantino.
Theaters are not dead, man. Dude, they're not dead because the fucking theater popcorn is still the best.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, isn't what? I don't even know what fucking day it is.
It is Wednesday.
Yeah, next weekend. Oh man, they're going down real good. Dude, next Thursday, the Captain America movie comes out.
Captain America comes out on Valentine's Day.
How do you feel about that movie?
It'll be fun. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but it'll be something.
Dude, I heard it went through like so many fucking screen going. It kept on going back because of what do they call it when the
rewrites?
The rewrites.
Yeah,
and
it's a weird one, right? They're putting a new Captain America in. It's going to be weird. Harrison Ford is in it. I don't know how I feel about that. I love Harrison Ford playing President. Air Force One, one of my favorite movies. Love that flick. I don't know how he's going to be as a Red Hulk, but I guess we'll see. I will. Before we bounce, I'll plug one movie that is actually really great. It's a movie called Companion, and it's about this guy who it's like, a little bit in the future, he's got a companion sex robot, and he hacks it to murder this millionaire so he can collect the money and steal from him, and it is a really good movie. That movie rules.
What is that?
Companion.
Really? I'll have to watch that. What's that on?
It is in theaters, the Dead Place that only has movie theater popcorn.
The Dead Place.
Yeah.
Yes. Real quick, on Captain America, I felt like they should have kept William Hurt in for this last movie, and it just went straight Red Hulk. I don't know what William Hurt's deal is, if he hates money or anything, but he's been like the what is it? He's been that character since the franchise began, since Marvel.
Well, it would be tough for him to come back because he died 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think that's
no shit. Yeah. Oh, yo, I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was sick. But that is certainly why he's not returning to this one.
Oh, man. Well, I guess, oh, fuck me, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what? On that note, I think we should end it. Rest in peace, William Hurt. This is going to be our tribute podcast to you. Thank you guys, everyone, for hanging out. We will see you next Thursday.
Go Birds, brothers!